Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? I have a huge change to my setup, so I'm so stoked. Um, Yesterday was the day of my birth, the oldest I've ever been. Hey, what's up, Turkey Noodle? So I've got like these spotlights, I'm in a stadium. Feels like I'm in a stadium right now. Thank you, Merry birth. Yep, it wasn't very difficult for me. It's pretty easy. I didn't like it though, and kind of I haven't liked it ever since. So, um, mental health or something. Right? That's what we're here for. Uh, best black. $20, man. $20 for 8 ounces. It's awesome. You know how many tattoos you can do with 8 ounces? Almost as many as I want to do on myself. So without doing like full blackout. So I haven't like I mean, I got most of the stuff I need. I don't think I'll need to stop and go and do something else. Hopefully, uh, but I was a little bit late putting on my stencil, so I'm not sure how. I'm not sure if the permanence, the semi permanence, is going to be there the way I want it to. So you guys will have to, forgive me for that. Um, I thought I saw stream closed captioner, and I was like, "Whoa, here we go." Yeah, right. Uh, Yeah. Oh, well, the quality of these lights is fantastic. Um, you can almost tell what my eye color is, and I'm sitting a good 2 feet away from my monitor, so it's pretty good. And I'm in windowed mode. Who does that? Anyway, yeah. So I want to see if you guys can actually tell. I don't have this camera set up proper, so you guys will have to forgive me. I mean, you don't have to. You could totally be like, oh, he sucks. I don't forgive him. Whatever. Your your guys' loss. I'll tell you that because I'm a pretty nice guy most of the time. All right. Um, let's see. I'm gonna kick this chair. So this is gonna be kind of an odd angle. I'll tell you a little bit about the story on this. Okay. So pretty close to the ankle, actually. Um, what can I say? That's what happens, right? You guys can see my plastic on my chair. So it's pretty close to my ankle. This is well, one of my buddies. His wife wants a tattoo, and uh, she had mentioned placement, and she talked about possibly doing like, maybe behind, not quite behind the ear, but a little bit on the neck, kind of back behind. And she also talked about doing it close to her ankle. And she asked me if that hurt. I mean, all tattoos hurt. I mean, let's be honest. Like, but to what degree, right? So on the outer part of your thigh, I've discovered not a big deal. Some parts of your calf really aren't that bad. I haven't tried up in the back close to the knee pit. Knee pit. That's my what I call it. Um, but I imagine that hurts. Kneecaps, right? Like all around the knees, that hurts. Tell you that from experience. Actually, starting to get a little. I took like a quick like 15-minute shower, and I guess about an hour ago. And I've been pretty good about keeping everything moisturized, but I did not like whenever I hopped out. I was in a real big hurry, so I did not moisturize my kneecap. Anyway, around the kneecap that hurts. So I'm kind of curious, like if this is gonna hurt or not. And I'm not even gonna read the caption right now. You guys will get it maybe as it comes through. So I'm just gonna kind of test. All right, so we're okay. I'm gonna outline it. I've got a nice out, needle for outlining. I'm using my old machine. Hopefully, yeah, on the bone. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have a problem like on the shins though. Like here, this was rough because I used white, but like this wasn't too bad. Like, it really the most painful part was actually, like getting down there and doing it. Um, but yeah, like I imagine like elbow. I'm pretty sure that that's like the knee, except you don't really like it's probably not as calloused, right? Like you probably don't abuse that as much as your knees whenever you're growing up or whatever. So at least some people. So anyway, um I don't know. Like I really haven't had too many like places where I've been like, "Oh, never again," except around the knee. Like I man, look at that. Like and I tapped out. Like I tapped out on myself. So, I'm not ashamed. I'm not proud of it, right? Okay, so anyway, I do have a Magnum, and I have this shader. Now I've had pretty good luck with these little shaders. Just pulled it out of the package here. Package. Um, but I've had pretty good luck with these on this particular machine. So I'm hoping that'll still be legit. I'm gonna move my. I have this tray that I keep everything on. Um, just to keep everything nice and neat. Like if anything sprays or anything like that. So this is the machine I'm using today, um, and hopefully, like I don't have too many issues. Now I do foresee me having a difficult time getting in here and actually getting a straight line, but I don't know. Maybe it won't be that bad. I hope. I'm really hoping it won't be that bad because this is not what I don't want to mess this up. I'm really stoked about this. And this machine is like just amazing as far as being able to set it. Like I set the needle out like you know this is like ink from where I just opened that black. So man, I wish it would just like show up. It's here. Yeah, that's not happening. All right. Anyway, all right. I think that's probably far enough. Can you guys hear that? Does that sound cool? I know it like drowns out. Yeah, you probably if you had your volume up, you probably heard that. All right. Sorry. Not trying to mess with y'all and stuff. Just trying to get these lines in. So this actually up here, this is not bad. This doesn't feel bad at all. Um, sorry. I don't know how it'll feel whenever I get closer to the ankle. I am kind of high up. Um, I don't. I'm not gonna judge dudes that have like tattoo in any particular spot. Like you know, bro, you sat through it. You did it. You win, right? Like I just feel like an ankle tattoo would be kind of might not be me. All right, we'll pat down. We'll pat down. It's a wiggly line, but you know what? I'll take it. All right, before I go too much further. So I did shave. Look at that. I shave. I have my water. I have my alternate light source. I have these two brand new awesome like stadium lights for me to work with. Um, I'm gonna give a good shout out to Goofy Palmers for that one. You guys have seen him on here a couple times. He's definitely helping out my show. Uh, as I mean, everyone does, but so I will be going over this with a thick, like I will be putting down a thicker outer outline. I just want to make sure that these little outlines, the inner outlines are actually in pretty good shape. Every once in a while, you'll see me dab the cartridge too. I do that because like the angle that I'm working at is not straight up and down. Um, so let's speed this up just a wee bit. I love how I say wee bit. Like that's not a it's not an official it's not an official measurement, you know? Like it's kind of, two steps below, imperial, which is what we use here in the America. And so far, I'm not noticing any gigantor amount of pain here. So I did read this pretty fun study um, on people that have like some particular behavioral and mental issues, and kind of interesting because it basically said that some people like if their brains are wired a little bit differently because of chemistry or anything like that, especially those with any kind of hyperactive, you know, issues or attention deficit disorder or something, along those lines, they register pain differently, like much differently, to the point where one would even say that, like, the people that fall asleep getting tattoos, because there are people fall asleep getting tattoos. Like they probably are ADHD, and it's a different kind of pain, so they have a different kind of response to it than what normal people have. I don't know if I have that. That's not something that I've been diagnosed with. So and there, but judging from how like I actually get a lot of relaxation and enjoyment out of the process and the well, both processes, the creation and actually getting the tattoo. So, um, oh yeah. So I got another long line here. And I don't really have like a good foundation, so you guys will have to forgive me. Actually, my skin will have to forgive me. You guys can be all judgy all you want. Fine, I perfectly understand. Look at this fool. Can't draw a long line. I mean, the problem is that I can. So I always got a lot of crap. Like I can't draw. I am a little shaky, right? But like I don't have lines that like terribly overlap in any weird, stupid way. Um, and whenever I was taking like art classes, my professors would always tell me that I was afraid. Oh, you're afraid of committing to a line, bro. I commit to a line. I have no problem committing to a line. I'd love to commit to a line. Like it's one of my favorite things to do. The problem is that I see lines and they're kind of like not quite suggestions, but I can see lines better than probably what I should be able to see, and maybe I don't like that line. You know, like maybe that line makes zero sense, and so I draw like 800 tiny sketchy lines to make one solid solid line. And in that practice, what I've been able to do is actually pick up, like a lot of tattoo artists, all every single tattoo artist will say, don't, like draw the longest line that you can. Don't pick up because you'll never find that spot again. And I don't know, like I don't feel like that's a problem for me. I haven't run into it a lot lately, I should say. Earlier on, yes, absolutely. Like my tattoos, like I love going with the bold look, because I realized that like with a lighter tattoo, a lot of my tattoos just ended up looking sketchy because I would draw like 1,000 little lines. See, that's what happens if I try to draw a long line. Like it gets a little messed up there. That's okay. If this is your first time joining me, um, please by all means like understand this is not behavior that I would suggest regular normal folk do. You want a tattoo, go to a professional. You want to learn how to tattoo, go to a professional. I am not the guy. However, that being said, I do maybe at some point, like maybe I'll have the opportunity to make this more official in nature, and I would really enjoy that. I think it'd be great to spread the love of the tattoo to other individuals. Um, but I don't think that I don't think that necessarily like I don't think that this is the route for everybody. That's for darn sure. Um, I mean, I'm streaming this for crying out loud. But yeah, if it is your first time, like totally like thank you for showing up. Thanks for sticking around for a little while, seeing if this is something that you're interested in. Um, I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you follow because the adventures are always just beginning. We're never done here. Never, 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 never. And that's cool with me. As you can tell, like I am totally beating around the bush whenever it comes to the stuff in the middle here, because that is letters and they are stupid. Like, and I don't mean that like I mean that in like a like I meant for them to be stupid because what it says is kind of stupid. Oh my gosh, come on. Sorry guys, this is a because of the angle. It's not wanting to lay down a nice solid line. It's wanting to spit out little bits of. There we go. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't look too dumb. It won't once I go over it with a thicker, bolder outline. Okay. So I do have it's funny. I talk about the mental health aspect of this. This is like a very soothing thing for me to do. I really enjoy doing it. Um, Many of my tattoos would border on the macabre, I guess. Oh, no. There we go. Trying to push that line was not working out for me. Mostly because this angle is terrible. Might need to slow the machine down a bit. Because I am moving pretty slow to get this on there, and it's still being an ass. Not spitting out the ink I want it to. Doing a lot of trauma that it doesn't really need to do. Tap, tap. So after I get this outline done, because of these little issues, what I'm going to do is I'll give a good solid rinse with my my awesome green soap mixture, and then see how much of this actually stuck in. Come on, get in there. All right, actually not terrible. I know. That's like one of the worst things. So again, my best compliment that I've gotten so far has been at a school function for um, my daughter, and one of the moms that was out in the while we were getting ready. She was playing games with her youngest. I mean, the kid was probably like 3 or 4, and I didn't know what they were doing. And I kept seeing them like look over at me, and she would say something like in a hushed voice, and then the kid would like look around, not make eye contact, but she would, I made eye contact with her a couple times because like, what are you doing? Like, why am I involved in this at all? And turns out that they were playing I Spy and using my tattoos for the one of the well multiple objects to play I Spy with. And I was like, man, that is awesome. Like, I was happy. Like, something to be pretty proud of, you know? So that's going to be a little bit sketchy, but that's okay. I can go back over that. I just need to get this in here before the stencil wears away from wiping or anything like that. I'm always hesitant too. Like, I have to check like over and over and over again whenever I think about doing any kind of words or anything. So I don't want to misspell anything. Can you imagine like poor folks that they have no regrets or no regrets. Yeah, really glad that I don't have that. Oh yeah, that's a good solid that was a good solid line right there. Love that. So after I put these outlines in, I'm gonna take a little break because my hip is like, "What are you doing to me?" And that'd be a good time, time to take another swig of coffee, ponder what it is that I'm doing with my life, you know, kind of thing. You know how it is. And then we got some fill, maybe a little shade, nice thick outline. It's gonna be awesome. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it says "Get in, loser." Anyway, not the most original idea, but it took me a long time to I had a much more open casket going on, and I was gonna try to fit the words a little bit more to the shape of the casket, and I was like, man, no one's gonna know what that even is. Like, I do that, so I changed things a little bit. Instead of it because it was gonna be open but hinged, and so I changed it so it's closed and has a banner. I think the banner's probably I don't know, maybe it's a cop out, but I like it. I'll keep it. I won't erase it. Start over. Not this time. Ah, yeah. Wow, that's that's dark, man. Put that up there. I don't like that. I think I think that's sad. But I mean, it's a statement. Look at my dog. What are you doing, Luna? That's a lot of words too. I need to figure out I'm not very good with lettering, and that's why I was like, well, I'll just letter this stupid. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to how I did it. I just thought, hey, I'm just gonna get the words in there. So they're all hand drawn, but not in a super artistic way, and that's okay. I mean, it's probably better than me learning how to do calligraphy and putting it in there all fancy and no one being able to read it, right? You know, it's trying to like get my knee and my hip to figure out what's going on here. What you doing, baby? Hmm? What are you doing? Sometimes. Just gonna rinse this off. We'll see what sticks, what doesn't. And here we go. Just gonna use this, and we will nice little down here. It's like most of it stuck pretty darn good. I remember some of my earlier tattoos. I don't know if it was like commitment to the the needle depth or what. Like I had some real issues, but this one doesn't look bad. I'll keep it. Keep it. Might nah. I'll go over I'll go over that cross, maybe some of the letters again. But I'm about to put that thick outline down, so yeah, I'm stoked about that. It's like one of my favorite things. I love a nice, bold, like, I mean, look, Skeletor's like, bro is, he's looking a little ragged because, again, I forgot to moisturize, but like, I started throwing down these bolder outlines and solid, nice, solid black on things. And I'm like, oh, it just pops so much better. So, to me anyway, like, I like it because it kind of cartoons everything out. It just makes it look a little bit, I don't know, makes it look a little bit cartoonier. Maybe less serious, if you will. And I don't like I know like line thickness, like keeping it all the same is like a big deal. I'm not gonna say it's not important to me because I mean I don't want people to be like what the is that but at the same time like what's most important to me is one doing it. Like I love doing it. Like this is awesome. And if I have to come back and do it again, guess what? My feelings are not gonna be hurt. Because guess what? Because I like doing it. And I know I'm actually like I'm missing a lot of places on this that I'll have to go back in like right after I wipe this or wash it or whatever. Because really I'm kind of like laying down a line. It's just a little bit outside the other line. And then having to go in and fill it in like with these little tiny circles. We're trying to keep that nice and even. It'd be a little bit of a challenge for me. Not for, not for you professional buggers out there. You guys know what's up. Oh, if my art teachers could see me now. One of them was Dildo, who he taught painting,